Hello and welcome. Today, I'm going to tell you a very special story. A story about a beaver named Benny. Benny is a hardworking beaver who lives by a beautiful river. He has big dreams and an even bigger heart. This story is about friendship, courage, and protecting the things we love. It's a story that will make you smile and maybe even shed a happy tear. This story was created for English learners like you. I will speak slowly and clearly. Every word is chosen to be simple and easy to understand. You can just listen and enjoy Benny's adventure. Or you can practice shadowing, repeating the words along with me. Remember, you can pause anytime you need. You can repeat any part as many times as you want. This is your practice, your journey with Benny. So get comfortable. Imagine a peaceful river in a green forest and let's begin. Are you ready to meet Benny Beaver? Then let's start our adventure. Benny Beaver's Big Adventure. Chapter 1, Home by the River. My name is Benny. Benny Beaver. I live by a beautiful river in the middle of a big forest. The forest is called Whispering Woods. It's called Whispering Woods because the wind makes the trees whisper softly. It's the most peaceful place in the world. My home is very special. I live in a beaver lodge. A lodge is a house made of sticks, mud, and logs. I built it myself. Well, my family helped me. My lodge is in the middle of the river. It has an underwater entrance. This keeps me safe from predators like wolves and foxes. They can't swim underwater to get in. Inside my lodge, and it's warm and cozy. I have a sleeping area with soft grass and leaves. I have a place to store food. And I have a small window where I can watch the river. I love my home. I've lived here my whole life. I'm 3 years old now. That's pretty young for a beaver. Most beavers live to be 10 or 15 years old. So I have many years ahead of me. Every morning I wake up early. I swim out of my lodge through the underwater entrance. I pop my head above the water and I look around at my beautiful home. The river is clear and clean. Fish swim in the water. Birds sing in the trees. Deer come to drink from the river. Rabbits hop along the riverbank. It's like paradise. But my favorite thing about my home is the dam. The dam is a wall I built across part of the river. It's made of sticks, logs, rocks, and mud. The dam is very important. It controls the water flow. It creates a pond where my lodge sits safely. Without the dam, there would be no pond. Without the pond, I couldn't have my lodge. The dam is everything to me. I work on it every single day. I check for leaks. I add new sticks and mud. I make sure it's strong and sturdy. Building and maintaining the dam is what beavers do. It's in our nature. It's what makes us special. And I'm very proud of my dam. But I don't live alone. I have many friends in the forest. There's Olivia Otter. She's playful and funny. She loves to slide down the riverbank into the water. She makes me laugh every day. There's Ruby Rabbit. She's gentle and kind. She lives in a burrow near the river. She always has interesting stories to tell. There's Danny Deer. He's wise and calm. He often gives me advice when I have problems. There's Sammy Squirrel. He's energetic and talkative. He lives in a tree near my lodge. He wakes me up every morning with his chattering. And there are many other animals. Birds, frogs, turtles, and fish. We all live together in harmony. We help each other. We protect each other. We're like one big family. Life in Whispering Woods is peaceful and happy. Every day is the same. Wake up and you swim, work on the dam, eat, play with friends, sleep. Wake up and you swim, work on the dam, eat, play with friends, sleep. I love the routine. I love the predictability. I love knowing that everything will be okay. But sometimes life changes. Sometimes unexpected things happen. And when they do, you have to be brave. You have to be strong. You have to protect what you love. And that's exactly what happened to me. One day, everything changed, and my peaceful life became an adventure. An adventure I'll never forget. Chapter 2. The Stranger Arrives. It was a beautiful Tuesday morning. The sun was shining, the birds were singing. I was working on my dam as usual. So I was adding some fresh mud to a weak spot. Suddenly, Sammy Squirrel came running. Well, squirrels don't run on the ground much. He came jumping from tree to tree very fast. "Benny, Benny," he shouted. "There's a stranger in the forest." I stopped working. "A stranger?" I asked. "What kind of stranger?" "A human," Sammy said, out of breath. "A human with tools and machines." My heart sank. Humans. I had heard stories about humans from the older animals. Most humans were okay. They just passed through the forest. They didn't bother us. But some humans were different. Some humans cut down trees. Some humans built things. Some humans changed the forest. "Where is this human?" I asked nervously. "Near the big oak tree," Sammy said. At the edge of the forest. "Come see." I followed Sammy through the trees. Well, I walked on the ground while Sammy jumped above me. We reached the edge of the forest, and there he was, a human man. He was tall and wearing a yellow hard hat. He had a clipboard in his hand. He was writing things down. Next to him was a big truck. And next to the truck were measuring tools. The man was measuring the land. He was looking at the trees. He was looking at the river. He was looking at everything. "Hey, what is he doing?" I whispered to Sammy. "I don't know," Sammy whispered back. But it doesn't look good." We watched from behind a bush. The man kept measuring and writing. Then he made a phone call. We couldn't hear everything he said, but we heard some words. Perfect location. Yes, cleared. Construction. New development. Those words made my fur stand up. Construction? New development? That didn't sound good at all. After a while, the man left. He got in his truck and drove away. But I had a bad feeling, a very bad feeling. I swam back to my lodge. I needed to think. That evening, all my friends came to visit. Olivia Otter, Ruby Rabbit, Danny Deer, and Sammy Squirrel. We sat on the riverbank. "Ty, what do you think the human wants?" Olivia asked. "I think he wants to build something," I said sadly. "Build what?" Ruby asked. Maybe houses," Danny said thoughtfully. "Humans build houses sometimes, but where will they build?" Sammy asked. We all looked at each other. We all thought the same thing here. They would build here, in our forest, by our river. "They can't do that," Olivia said angrily. "Ty, this is our home. Humans can do many things," Danny said quietly. "They're very powerful. But what about us?" Ruby asked, her voice shaking. "Where will we go?" I felt terrible. My friends were scared. And I didn't know what to tell them. "We'll figure something out," I said, trying to sound brave. "We'll protect our home," but deep inside I was scared too. How could we fight against humans? We're just animals, small animals. What power did we have? That night I couldn't sleep. I lay in my lodge thinking about my dam, thinking about my home, thinking about my friends. I had to do something, but what? What could one little beaver do? Asa chapter 3, the plan. The next morning I woke up with determination. I decided I wouldn't give up without trying. There had to be a way to save our home. I swam to the surface. I called all my friends together. "Everyone!" I shouted. By meeting at the big oak tree. Within minutes, animals started gathering. Olivia Otter swam over. Ruby Rabbit hopped over. Danny Deer walked gracefully. Sammy Squirrel jumped down from his tree. Birds flew down and perched on branches. Turtles crawled up onto logs. Even some fish poked their heads above water. Everyone was worried. Everyone wanted to know what would happen. "Say, friends," I began, "we all know about the human. We're all scared, but I have an idea." Everyone leaned in to listen. "What if we show the humans how special our home is?" I suggested. "What if we show them that we live here? That this forest isn't empty?" "How do we do that?" Olivia asked. "Do we make our presence known?" I said. "We show them our homes, our families, our lives. Maybe if they see us, they'll leave us alone." Danny shook his head gently. "Benny," he said kindly. "Humans see animals all the time. It doesn't always stop them." My heart sank. Danny was right. Just showing ourselves wouldn't be enough. "Then what do we do?" Ruby asked desperately. I thought hard. There had to be something. Then I remembered a story my grandmother told me. A story about beavers who saved their home. "So my grandmother once told me," I said slowly, "that humans protect things they think are special, things they call natural wonders or important ecosystems." "What's an ecosystem?" Sammy asked. "That's when many different animals and plants live together," Danny explained. "They depend on each other." "Exactly," I said excitedly. "Our river is an ecosystem. So many animals depend on my dam. The dam creates the pond. The pond gives homes to fish and frogs. The pond brings deer and rabbits to drink. The trees by the water give homes to birds and squirrels. Everything is connected." Everyone started to understand. "So if we show humans that your dam is important," Olivia began. "They might protect it," I finished. "But how do we show them?" Ruby asked. That was the difficult question. How do animals communicate with humans? We can't speak their language. We can't write messages. We need a human who cares about animals, Danny said wisely. A human who will help us. Where do we find a human like that? Sammy asked. Then Olivia had an idea. What about the ranger? She said. The forest ranger. Who's that? I asked. And there's a human who works in this forest, Olivia explained. She wears a green uniform. She walks through the woods sometimes. She takes care of the forest. I've seen her too, Ruby said. She's always very gentle. She never hurts anyone. She helps injured animals. That's perfect, I said. So we need to get her attention. We need to show her the dam. Maybe she can help us. Everyone agreed this was our best chance. But there was one problem. How do we get the ranger's attention? How do we bring her to the dam? We thought and thought. Finally, Danny had an idea. Humans notice unusual thing, he said. If something looks strange or different, they investigate. So we make something unusual, Sammy said excitedly. Like what? I asked. We make a trail, Danny suggested. A trail that leads straight to your dam, Benny. We mark trees with scratches. We arrange stones in patterns. We make it obvious that animals are trying to show something. Will that work? Ruby asked hopefully. Hey, it's worth trying, Danny said. So we made a plan. Tomorrow, we would create a trail. A trail from the forest entrance to my dam. We would make it impossible to miss. And we would hope the ranger follows it. We would hope she understands. We would hope she helps us. It was our only chance, our only hope. That night, I worked extra hard on my dam. I wanted it to look perfect. I wanted the ranger to see how beautiful it was. How important it was. How it held our whole world together. Tomorrow would be the most important day of my life. Tomorrow, Kinja, we would fight for our home. Story continues with chapters 4 to 10, showing Benny and friends creating the trail, the ranger discovering the dam, learning about the construction plans, the ranger's efforts to protect the ecosystem, community meetings, the final decision to preserve the forest and celebration. Chapter 4. Creating the Trail. The next morning, everyone gathered early. The sun was just coming up. The forest was quiet and peaceful. But we had important work to do. Okay, everyone, I said. Let's divide into teams. Each team will work on a different part of the trail. Danny Deer volunteered to lead the first team. We'll mark the trees, he said. I will scratch them with our antlers. The scratches will point toward the dam. Sammy Squirrel raised his paw. My team will arrange acorns, he said excitedly. I will make arrows with acorns. They'll point the way too, Ruby Rabbit spoke up softly. We rabbits can dig small holes, she said. We'll make a pattern. 1 hole, then 2 holes, then 3 holes, leading to the dam. Brilliant, I said. And Olivia and I will work in the water. We'll arrange stones in the river, stones that lead straight to the dam. The birds chirped loudly. They wanted to help too. We'll drop bright feathers along the path, they sang. The colorful feathers that humans can't miss. Everyone had a job. Everyone was excited. We were going to save our home. We started working immediately. Danny and the deer walked through the forest. They rubbed their antlers against tree bark. Scratchy, scratchy, scratch. Each scratch pointed toward my dam. Sammy and the squirrels gathered hundreds of acorns. They arranged them in arrow shapes on the ground. The arrows all pointed one direction, toward my dam. Ruby and the rabbits dug small holes. One hole here, 2 holes there, 3 holes further ahead. A pattern leading to my dam. The birds flew back and forth. They dropped colorful feathers. Red feathers, blue feathers, yellow feathers. A trail of rainbow colors leading to my dam. Olivia and I worked in the river. We dove underwater. We pushed stones with our noses and paws. We arranged them in a line underwater. Stones you could see through the clear water. Stones leading to my dam. We worked all day. We didn't stop for lunch. We didn't stop to play. This was too important. By evening, the trail was complete. It started at the forest entrance, where the ranger usually parked her truck, and it led all the way to my dam. You couldn't miss it. There were scratched trees, acorn arrows, rabbit holes, colorful feathers, and underwater stones, all pointing the same direction. We stood at the dam and looked back at our work. "It's perfect," Olivia said. "She has to see it," Sammy added. "She has to follow it," Ruby hoped. "She will," Danny said confidently. Our humans are curious. When they see something unusual, they investigate. I looked at my dam. My beautiful dam that I worked so hard to build. My dam that created this pond. This pond that gave homes to so many animals. "Please work," I whispered. "Please let the ranger understand." That night, we all stayed near the dam. Nobody went home. We wanted to be there, to see if the ranger would come, to see if our plan would work. We sat quietly, waiting, hoping, praying. As the stars came out, we made wishes. We wished for our home to be saved. We wished for humans to understand. We wished for a miracle. And sometimes miracles do happen. Beam Chapter 5. The ranger discovers the next morning we heard an engine. A truck engine. We all held our breath. Was it the ranger? Or was it the construction man coming back? We peeked through the bushes. It was the ranger. She was a woman with brown hair in a ponytail. She wore a green uniform with a badge. She had kind eyes and a gentle face. She got out of her truck. She was carrying a notebook and a camera. She started walking into the forest. And then she stopped. She saw the scratched tree. She touched the scratches with her finger. She looked confused. Then she saw the acorn arrows on the ground. She knelt down and examined them. "What in the world?" she said quietly. She stood up and followed the arrow. It worked. She was following our trail. We watched from hiding as she walked deeper into the forest. She saw the rabbit holes. She counted them. 1, 2, 3, she said. "This is strange. These are arranged in a pattern." She kept walking. She saw the colorful feathers. She picked one up. "These aren't from local birds," she said. "Someone put these here." She kept following the trail. Getting closer and closer to my dam. Finally, she reached the riverbank. She saw the underwater stones. She saw how they led somewhere. She followed them with her eyes. And then she saw it, my dam. She gasped. "Oh my," she whispered. She walked closer to the dam. She examined it carefully. She touched the sticks and mud. She looked at how perfectly it was built. She looked at the pond it created. She saw the fish swimming. She saw the frogs on lily pads. She saw the birds drinking from the water. She saw everything. "This is incredible," she said. She took out her camera. She started taking pictures. Pictures of the dam, pictures of the pond, pictures of all the animals. Then she sat down on a log. She opened her notebook. She started writing. We couldn't read what she wrote, but we could see her face. She looked amazed. She looked concerned. She looked thoughtful. After a long time, she stood up. She looked at the dam one more time. "Someone wanted me to find this," she said out loud. "Someone very clever. Someone who knows this ecosystem is important." She looked around the forest. As if she knew we were watching. "Oh, don't worry," she said gently. "I understand. I'll do everything I can to help." Then she walked back through the forest, back to her truck. We heard the engine start. We heard her drive away. We all came out of hiding. How she understood, Olivia shouted joyfully. "She said she'll help," Ruby cried happily. Our plan worked. Sammy danced around. Danny smiled his wise smile. "This is just the beginning," he said. "Now we have to wait and see what she does." I looked at my dam. For the first time in days, I felt hope. Real hope. Maybe, just maybe, our home would be saved. Chapter 6. The construction plans. 3 days passed. We didn't see the ranger again. We started to worry. Had she forgotten about us? Had she given up? Then on the 4th day, we heard trucks. Multiple trucks. Our hearts sank. Was this the construction starting? Were they here to destroy our home? We ran to see, but when we got there, we were surprised. There were trucks, yes, but not construction trucks. These were different. One truck said Wildlife Conservation on the side. Another said Environmental Protection Agency, and the ranger's truck was there too. There were many humans. They were walking through the forest. They had cameras, clipboards, and measuring tools. But they weren't measuring for construction. They were measuring the ecosystem. They were counting animals. They were testing the water. They were studying everything. "There, what's happening?" Olivia whispered. "I think," Danny said slowly, "I think the ranger brought help." We watched from hiding. The humans spent the whole day in our forest. They looked at my dam very carefully. They took many pictures. They wrote many notes. One man put on special gear and dove underwater. He looked at the dam's underwater structure. When he came back up, he was smiling. "This is masterful engineering," he said. "Beaver dams are incredible. This one supports at least 30 species. 30 species," another woman said. "That's significant. This is definitely a protected ecosystem. Protected ecosystem." Those words sounded important. The ranger talked to the other humans. They gathered in a circle. They looked at documents. They pointed at maps. They discussed something serious. Finally, they all nodded. They seemed to agree on something. The ranger looked happy, relieved. That evening, after all the other humans left, the ranger came back alone. She walked to the dam. She sat on the same log as before. "I know you're out there," she said softly. "Listening, I want to thank you. You showed me something special, something worth protecting. I've been a ranger for 10 years, but I never knew this dam was here. I never needed. To pay attention, and now I'm going to protect this place. The construction company wanted to build houses here, but we've submitted a proposal to declare this area a protected wildlife zone. If it's approved, no one can build here. Your home will be safe." She stood up. "Keep doing what you're doing," she said. "So keep building, keep living, keep being amazing. I'll do my part, I promise." Then she left. We all came out of hiding. We looked at each other. Nobody spoke for a moment. We were all too emotional. Finally, Olivia broke the silence. "We did it. she said quietly. And we actually did it? Ruby started crying happy tears. Sammy did a backflip. Danny nodded with satisfaction. And me? I swam to my dam. I touched it gently. This dam wasn't just sticks and mud anymore. It was hope. It was home. It was proof that even small creatures could make a difference. But we weren't safe yet. The proposal still needed to be approved. We had to wait and hope and believe. Your Chapter 7, the community meetings, 2 weeks passed. Life went back to normal. But we were all nervous, waiting for news. Then one day, Sammy came running with information. "There's going to be a meeting," he shouted. "A meeting in town, about our forest. Who told you this?" I asked. "I overheard the ranger talking," Sammy explained. "She was on her phone. She said there's a town meeting next Tuesday. Everyone will vote on whether to protect the forest or allow construction." This was it. The moment that would decide everything. "Can we go to the meeting?" Olivia asked. "I don't think animals are allowed in town meetings," Danny said sadly. But maybe we can be nearby," Ruby suggested. "So maybe we can show support somehow." We decided to go. All of us. We would go to the town. We would be there. Even if we couldn't go inside. We would show that we cared. Tuesday came. In the evening, we walked toward the town. It was a long walk for some of us, but we all went together. The town hall was a big building in the center of town. There were many cars parked outside. Many humans going inside. We hid in the bushes nearby. We could see through the windows. Inside, there were rows of chairs. Humans sat in them. At the front was a table with important-looking people. The mayor, we guessed, and town council members. The ranger was there too. She was holding a folder. Probably her proposal to protect our forest. The meeting started. We couldn't hear everything, but we could see people talking. Some people looked angry. They stood up and waved their arms. Others looked concerned. They shook their heads. The ranger stood up. She opened her folder. She showed pictures. Pictures of my dam. Pictures of the pond. Pictures of all of us animals. She talked for a long time. Some people nodded. Others still looked doubtful. Then a man in a suit stood up. He also had pictures, but his pictures showed houses. Beautiful houses with gardens. He talked and pointed at his pictures. He looked confident. Many people seemed interested in his houses. We felt scared. What if they chose houses over us? Then something unexpected happened. A little human girl stood up. She was maybe 7 or 8 years old. She had pigtails and wore a yellow dress. "Excuse me," she said in a small voice. Everyone looked at her. "Yes, dear," the mayor said kindly. "What would happen to the animals if we build houses?" the girl asked. The room went quiet. The man in the suit looked uncomfortable. "Well," he said, "the animals would relocate." "Relocate where?" the girl asked. "To this other forest," the man said. "Yeah, but what if they can't find another home?" the girl pressed. "What if the beaver's dam is special? What if the other animals need it?" The room was silent. The girl continued. "So my teacher says we should protect nature," she said. "She says animals are important. She says every creature has a right to their home. Don't the forest animals have a right to their home too?" Many people started nodding. The girl's mother looked proud. The ranger smiled. Other people started standing up. "The girl is right," one woman said. "And we have plenty of other places to build houses," a man added. "But that ecosystem is unique. We should protect it," another voice called out. More and more people agreed. The tide was turning. From our hiding spot outside, we held our breath. Could this really be happening? Could humans really choose to protect us? The mayor called for a vote. "Are all in favor of protecting the Whispering Woods ecosystem? Raise your hands." Hands went up. Many hands, more than half the room. "All against," some hands went up. But fewer, much fewer, the mayor counted. "The motion passes," he announced. Whispering Woods will be declared a protected wildlife zone. No construction will be permitted." The room erupted. Some people cheered, others clapped. A few people looked disappointed, but they accepted the decision. The ranger had tears in her eyes. She looked out the window, almost as if she knew we were there. She smiled. Outside, we couldn't contain ourselves. "We won!" Olivia shouted. "They chose us," Ruby cried. "Our home is saved," Sammy danced. Danny had tears in his wise old eyes, and I felt something I had never felt before. Gratitude. Deep, overwhelming gratitude. Not just for our home being saved, but for humans who cared. For a ranger who listened. For a little girl who spoke up. For a community that chose nature. We walked back to our forest that night. Under the stars, with light hearts and hope for the future. Thus seal Chapter 8, the celebration, The next few days were magical. The ranger came back to our forest, but this time she brought something, a sign. A big wooden sign. It said, "Whispering Woods Protected Wildlife Zone. No hunting, no construction, no littering home to 30+ species. Please respect their home." She placed the sign at the forest entrance. She hammered it into the ground. When she finished, she looked around. "It's official now," she said. "Fayus, this forest is protected forever. Congratulations." We wanted to thank her somehow. But how do animals thank humans? We can't speak, we can't write, but we can show. That evening, we put on a show. All of us animals came to the riverbank where the ranger was sitting. One by one, we appeared. First, the deer walked out gracefully. The ranger gasped. Then the rabbits hopped out. A whole family of rabbits. Then the squirrels came down from the trees. Then the otters swam in circles. Then the birds landed on branches and sang. Then the turtles climbed onto logs. Then the fish jumped out of the water. And finally, I swam to the surface. I climbed onto my dam. I stood there, looking at the ranger. She had tears streaming down her face. "You're welcome," she whispered. "You're so welcome." For a moment, human and animals looked at each other. With understanding, with respect, with love. Then we all went back to our homes. But that wasn't the end of the celebration. The animals had our own party. We gathered at the pond. Everyone brought food. The squirrels brought acorns and nuts. The rabbits brought fresh vegetables from nearby fields. The deer brought sweet grass. The otters caught fish. And I provided the location, my beautiful dam and pond. We ate and played all evening. Olivia did her best slides down the riverbank. The young rabbits hopped and played tag. The squirrels chased each other up and down trees. The birds sang beautiful songs. Even Danny, usually so serious, danced a little. And me, I worked on my dam. Because that's what makes me happy. Building, maintaining, improving. It's what I do, it's who I am. As the sun set, we all sat together, watching the colors in the sky. Pink, orange, purple, red, reflected in the still water of the pond. "Benny," Olivia said, "you saved us all." "No," I said. "We saved each other. We worked together. That's what made the difference." "Still," Ruby said softly. "You were brave. You had the idea. You believed we could do it. And you were right," Danny added. "Now this dam isn't just your home. It's home to all of us. And now it always will be." Sammy raised an acorn. "To Benny!" he shouted. "To Benny," everyone echoed. I felt embarrassed but happy. "To all of us," and I said. "To teamwork, to friendship, to home, to home," everyone cheered. As the stars came out, one by one we went to our homes. But our hearts were full of joy, full of peace, full of gratitude. Our home was safe forever. There started Chapter 9, New Visitors. A few months passed. Life returned to its peaceful routine. I worked on my dam every day. My friends and I played together. Everything was perfect. Then one day, something new happened. Humans started visiting our forest, but not construction humans. These were different families with children, old people with cameras, students with notebooks. They came to see the protected wildlife zone. They came to see nature. They came to see us. At first, we were nervous. We hid when humans came near. But these humans were kind. They walked quietly. They didn't litter. They didn't touch anything. They just watched and admired. The ranger was often there too. She gave tours. She explained about the ecosystem. She told people about the animals. And she always mentioned my dam. "Tosh, this beaver dam is the heart of this ecosystem," she would say. "One beaver built this. One small animal created a home for 30 other species. Isn't that amazing?" The humans would nod and take pictures. Children would watch with wide eyes. "Where's the beaver?" they would ask. "Very shy," the ranger would say with a smile. "But he's here, watching, protecting his home." She was right. I was usually nearby, hiding but watching. I liked seeing humans appreciate our home. I liked seeing children learn about nature. I liked knowing that people understood how important this place was. One day, a school class came. About 20 children with their teacher. The ranger gave them a special tour. She showed them the dam. She showed them the pond. She showed them all the animals. The children were so excited. "Look at the fish. I see a turtle. There's a deer. Where's the beaver?" The teacher gathered the children. "Today you learned something very important," she said. "You learned that every creature matters. Even small creatures can do big things. This beaver built a dam that helps many animals, and when humans tried to destroy his home, he found a way to ask for help. He didn't give up. He believed he could make a difference, and he did. Remember this lesson," she continued. When you grow up, remember that nature needs protection. Remember that animals deserve respect. Remember that one person or one beaver can change everything. The children nodded seriously. They promised to remember. They promised to protect nature. They promised to be kind to animals. As they left, one little girl stayed behind. She was the same girl from the town meeting. The girl with pigtails who spoke up for us. She walked to the edge of the pond. She looked around carefully. Then she whispered, "Thank you, Mr. Beaver. Thank you for showing us that we need to protect nature. I'll always remember you." Then she ran to catch up with her class. I watched her go. My heart was so full. That little girl helped save our home. And now she would grow up caring about nature. Maybe she would protect other animals someday. Maybe she would save other forests. The circle was complete. We saved our home. And in doing so, we taught humans an important lesson. A lesson they would carry forward. A lesson that would help other animals, other forests, other ecosystems. We didn't just save ourselves. We created a ripple effect. And that was the most beautiful thing of all. Yes, Chapter 10, Home Sweet Home. 1 year passed since we saved our forest. So much had changed, but so much stayed the same. I still wake up every morning in my lodge. I still swim out through my underwater entrance. I still work on my dam every single day. But now there are new additions to our forest family. Ruby Rabbit had babies. 6 tiny, fluffy baby rabbits. They hop around the riverbank playing. Olivia Otter met a male otter named Oscar. They built a den together. They're planning to have babies next spring. Danny Deer is now a grandfather. His daughter had a beautiful fawn. The fawn loves to drink from our pond. Sammy Squirrel is busier than ever. He's teaching young squirrels how to gather acorns, how to prepare for winter. And he tells them all the story of how we saved our home. As for me, I've made improvements to my dam. I added a second level. I reinforced the sides. I created small channels for water flow. It's the best dam I've ever built. I'm proud of it. The ranger still visits often. She's become something like a friend. She never tries to touch us or get too close. She just sits quietly and observes. Sometimes she brings groups of people. School children, college students, other rangers. She teaches them about ecosystems, about respecting nature, about coexistence. This place teaches us an important lesson, she always says. Nature and humans can coexist. We don't have to destroy to develop. We can protect what's precious. We can make choices that benefit everyone. She tells our story often. The story of how a beaver and his friends saved their home. How animals and humans worked together. How one small act of courage led to protection for an entire ecosystem. Our story has spread. Other towns have visited to learn from us. Other forests have been protected because of our example. We became a symbol of hope, a symbol of nature's resilience, a symbol of the power of working together. Sometimes, on quiet evenings, my friends and I gather at the dam. We sit together watching the sunset, remembering everything that happened. "Did you ever think about what would have happened if you'd given up?" Olivia asks me sometimes. Every day, I answer honestly. What if I had just accepted defeat? What if I hadn't tried? "But you did try," Danny always reminds me. "You believed. You didn't just save your dam," Ruby says softly. "You saved all of us. You saved our homes, our families, our futures. We saved each other," I always say. All of us together, and that's the truth. No single animal could have done it alone. But together we were strong. Together we were powerful. Together we made a difference. As I sit on my dam tonight, under the stars, I think about everything. I think about fear and courage. I think about home and belonging. I think about friendship and loyalty. I think about humans who care. I think about the little girl who spoke up. I think about the ranger who listened. I think about my friends who never gave up. And I think about my dam. This beautiful structure of sticks and mud. This engineering marvel that nature taught me to build. This home that shelters me. This creation that helps so many others. I am just a beaver. Just a small brown furry animal. With big front teeth and a flat tail. I'm not special. I'm not extraordinary. I'm just doing what beavers do. Building, creating, surviving. But sometimes doing what comes naturally is enough. Sometimes being yourself is enough. Sometimes protecting what you love is enough. And sometimes one small beaver can change the world. Not the whole world, perhaps, but his world. His forest, his home, and sometimes that's everything. I dive into the water. I swim through my underwater entrance. I enter my cozy lodge. I curl up in my sleeping area. I close my eyes. And I dream of tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll work on my dam again. Tomorrow I'll play with my friends. Tomorrow I'll watch the humans who come to learn. Tomorrow I'll be grateful for this beautiful life. This beautiful home. This beautiful world. Home sweet home, forever.